Hello there, guys. Welcome back to Younes Talks Football. I hope all of you are doing well. Chelsea are in the Club World Cup final. Come on, get in there. I ain't had this feeling since 2021. We have suffered. We have suffered and suffered and suffered. But we have finally reached a final of a competition of this magnitude, and I am flipping buzzing, and I'm buzzing because of two reasons. Because Chelsea find themselves in a position like this once again, which has been taken away from us for way too long, and now we are in the final where we will be playing either PSG or Real Madrid to win the trophy and become the first real world champions and have a badge on our top for 4 years saying that we are world champions. That is what is at stake, right? That is one. The second thing is I can't believe how it went down. And because of who it went down like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I'm about to say what I'm about to say. But I think we might have just found an actual striker. Joao Pedro, what planet did you come from, my friend? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That was absolute magic. Magic. I'm lost for words. I really am. Me having to try and describe this one is going to be effort. Because I'm absolutely buzzing at the fact that Chelsea will be playing the Club World Cup final. We dispatched the Fluminense pretty, I don't want to say straightforward, but hey, I got my prediction right. I said 2-0. It finished 2-0. You know, maybe my prediction for the final might come true too. But it wasn't, I mean, look, Fluminense, who beat Inter Milan, who drew against Dortmund, who beat Al Hilal, who beat Man City. And then we come up against them and we were just the better team throughout. It was just... But on top of that, I mean, when the occasions fell and Joao Pedro got the ball, Joao Pedro's done things I've not seen my striker do in years. I've not seen my striker do this in years. We have been deprived. We have been made flipping. We are hungry. Not just hungry. We are starving. Yeah, we are starving. Starving. We are on the brink of death. Literally. For a striker that can put the ball in the net in a way that a Chelsea striker should be able to put the ball in the net. And then Joao Pedro comes out today starting, making his debut. Yeah? His starting debut. I've not seen a Chelsea player on his starting debut make an impact like that in a long time. And this is why I'm so gassed and I'm so excited, because those finishes were absolutely exemplary. Exemplary. That is what I want to see from a Chelsea striker. That's the sort of finishing I'm expecting here. That is what we need to get on a consistent basis. And he done it so naturally. This is the thing. It's not like, oh, he missed 5-6 chances to get that shot off. Nah. Got the ball, boom, cuts in, looks up, bosh. Top bins, fantastic. Placed beautifully. Did not hesitate, was quick. Thought in the moment, got it done, executed to a T. And then the second goal, this time he drives into the box. He goes past two. He sees the gap and he roasts it. Roasts it to the point where I'm surprised there was no fire trailing off the ball once it hit the flipping crossbar. I'm surprised the crossbar is still intact. He roasted that with so much power. It's ridiculous. But look at how he placed it and look at where he put it. And it's just, that is how a striker finishes at a big club, man. That is how. And you can argue that maybe one shot, yeah, a little bit of a fluke, yeah. Even though it blatantly wasn't. He timed it and knew what he was doing to perfection. But when you do it twice, nah. that means you mean every single thing you're doing, my friend. You mean every single little thing you're doing. And I gotta be honest, I am someone that, before getting Joao Pedro, I was looking and going, I'm not so sure about this. How is this one gonna work? If that's how you're going to be scoring goals on a regular basis, we are not gonna have a problem. We are going to be best friends. You are going to be very welcome on this channel. Easily. Because like I said, we have been striving for a striker to perform like that. And you can see the difference. He came off, Jackson came on, look at the difference. Even not just him, but other players, and the way that we were combining, and we were taking too long sometimes in the second half, and it almost looked like we went back to type from performances last season and the season before. It was dragging a bit. But Joao Pedro is so dynamic. So dynamic. He's so quick. He's a quick thinker. I love that man. He gets the ball. He knows what he's doing instantly. Doesn't waste time. Execution. Does not waste time. And he knows what he's going to execute. And he executes it. And then when you're taking shots like that, I mean, flipping hell. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If that is what Joao Pedro is going to be like at Chelsea, then flipping hell. We might have actually just found our striker. Liam Delap, you got to work now. And I want to give the benefit of the doubt because Liam Delap's just arrived. But levels have been set. You got to work. And I look forward to seeing how that's going to happen. Nico Jackson is not looking good, bruv. Just saying. And you saw when Cole Palmer was fuming with him. But anyway, I don't want to get into all of that. Man. Look, we're in a Club World Cup final, for goodness sakes, yeah? We're in the final. Well, we will play PSG or Real Madrid. And you know, today we played well. We actually played really well. I think up until the second goal, brilliant. We were in control, moving the ball very, very, very brilliantly. We were having some fantastic combinations. There were players like Pedro Neto getting into fantastic areas of space. Joao Pedro included. Caicedo was a machine. Enzo just looked better and better. I say this because you saw what Enzo was like at the beginning. And now Enzo's looking so comfortable and so flamboyant. Caicedo's like the destroyer and you can't get past and I'm going to get the ball off you and I'm going to make something happen. And Enzo is like, don't worry, give me the ball and I will orchestrate it. You know? And that's what was fantastic because the way we were pinging the ball, and not just the midfield as well, but even the defenders. Tossing Chalobah to the flanks, to the wings. That's something that was prominent under Thomas Tuchel, if you remember. And we used to do that very, very effectively. But those diagonals were finding themselves beautifully. And Joao Pedro was just so dynamic. Like I've mentioned, Pedro Neto, even Cole Palmer. Cucurella, even Gusto, decent game. I say decent because he didn't really make any mistake. He wasn't fantastic, but he didn't make any error. So cool, that's an improvement. But overall, we found a lot of balance and we found a lot of dynamicism to our game. We found a lot of blend and fluidity in the way that we were moving the ball. We were getting into fantastic areas of space. We were creating good chances. And we were dominating the game. We weren't really threatened. Obviously, there was a couple of moments. The penalty call, absolutely correct decision. Chalobah had his arm in a natural position, took his arm back. It's not a penalty. Apart from that, Cucurella with the goal line clearance, that's when we were tested. Sanchez should have done better there. You could see he tried to make himself look big, but he got done. And Cucurella was there to clear it. So overall, fantastic from him. And that's really it in terms of getting really tested. And like, oh my God, Fluminense nearly scored. That was basically it. They had a couple of chances where they hit it wide, just wide of the post. Oh, that's it, really. But with Chelsea, for once I can say, we were clinical. And when we were 1-0 up, and I was here screaming on the watch-along, and big up to all of you on the watch-along. We had nearly 6,000 live at one point. It's definitely going to break, I think, some record numbers today. So very, very huge thanks to all of you. Much love to every single one of you. And don't worry, we are here tomorrow as well for the PSG Real Madrid semi-final watch-along. We will be there to see who our opponents in the final are going to be. So make sure you're there. But when we were 1-0 up and I was on the watch along telling you guys, we've been in this situation a lot of times this tournament. Flamengo, we were winning, then we conceded, and then it went to pot and we lost. Benfica, we were winning, and then the last moment, after 2 hours because of the storm, we conceded and it went to extra time, and then we managed to get it done in extra time. So that's an improvement. And then Palmeiras, we were 1-0 up, we conceded, and then we got the winner towards the end of the 90 minutes. So that's an improvement. And then today, we're 1-0 up, and I'm saying, listen, we got to kill the game. Can we get a second, please? And Joao Pedro goes, yep, give me the ball. And we actually end up 2-0 up. For the first time this tournament, we end up, for the first time in the knockout stage, we end up 2-0 up properly. How we should and how we're meant to. But where does it come from? It comes from the finishing and the ability that Joao Pedro showed today, which was absolutely electric and absolutely phenomenal, and huge respect to Joao Pedro for his performance today. That is one of the best debuts we've seen from a Chelsea player. That is impact. That is impact. It's all about consistency now. Keep it up. You've shown what you can do. We need more. And for Joao Pedro in that moment, with what happened at that stage, semi-final of a Club World Cup, to be able to do that, finish those 2 goals like that, and in both goals, he's literally remembering Fluminense, I'm not going to celebrate, and he keeps his calm. I like that a lot. He showed complete class, decorum, skill, finesse, and done what he had to do in a moment of pressure to get his team the win. Twice. Can't believe I'm about to say this, but Brighton, maybe you're not so bad. Maybe you're not so bad. When it comes to players, yeah, when it comes to staff, different story, yeah. Graham Potter, with the issues we've gone through with Paul Winstanley and all this, we've seen, right? But especially Graham Potter, listen, never again. But Caicedo, Cucurella, now Joao Pedro, we won't talk about Sanchez, but not bad. Tony Bloom's probably watching this going, fantastic. Chelsea are going to come in for another one, aren't they? And we probably will. We probably will. But overall, I'm very, very, very happy. Fantastic from Joao Pedro. Fantastic from all the boys that performed today. Fantastic from Maresca as well, who I think managed the game very, very well today, even with the subs being made. I think Caicedo is going to be okay as well. I know he rolled his ankle, and that normally means a week or a week and a half out, but we'll probably speed up the recovery for that one, and hopefully we can. But we're in the Club World Cup final, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back with a feeling that we've not had since 2021 when we were playing the Champions League final and we won it. The Conference League doesn't even compare to something like this, does it? This is my point. This is something that is substantial. You know, we have a chance to make even more history. We just completed the set. We can complete the set even more. I know we've won the Club World Cup, but we've won what's called now the FIFA Intercontinental Cup. That cup that just a couple of champions play in. We only play 2 games in it. This is the first ever proper FIFA Club World Cup, and we might be the ones to add it to our trophy collection. But we've got to get past PSG or Real Madrid. And like I said on the watch along, I've got one team in my sights. Just like Mr. T had Rocky Balboa in his sights in Rocky 3. And he went, hey, Balboa, I want you, Balboa. I want you. I pity the fool. I want Balboa. Give me Balboa. I want PSG. I want PSG. Give me PSG. I need PSG. Give me PSG. Now, I want PSG. We want PSG. Because they're the Champions League winners. They're the champions of Europe. They're the ones that you can make a statement against. Bring PSG, because I need us to see where our level truly is, and I think that's done against PSG, not against Real Madrid. Real Madrid, good team, don't get me wrong, and not too long ago, we actually beat Real Madrid, and we thought we won the Champions League and all of that, yeah, and we played Real Madrid under Graham Potter, and we nearly got that done. We've had enough of Real Madrid. I need this PSG. Bring this PSG, because as far as I'm concerned, and I'll mention this, Bayern Munich played much better than PSG, but Bayern Munich were not clinical, and they paid the price, even against 9-man PSG, when they could have got the game done and dusted much earlier on. But they were missing and missing and missing and missing and missing. But the way that we were tonight, and if Joao Pedro is going to be playing like this, bring PSG. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. As I've said, watch long tomorrow. PSG, Real Madrid. We will be doing the watch long on Sunday in the final itself, where hopefully Chelsea are going to pick up this trophy. I hope. It's not going to be easy, but I hope. And I hope all of you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And what do you think of Joao Pedro? What do you think? Because have we actually found our striker? Finally? Finally? I mean, he was immense today. Have we actually finally done it? I hope. Let me know your thoughts. Much appreciated. And I will catch all of you tomorrow for the standard double upload and the watch long. So I'll see you then. Have a good one, people. Look after yourself. Subscribe. Notification bell on. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.